Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of One Piece, which is on episode 836. Now, this episode right here was actually pretty cool. I think they did a nice job, even though there were some filler scenes, and I think they might adapt a very good backstory of Big Mom herself. Because, yeah, if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that One Piece opens up with Big Mom screaming, and she ends up reminiscing about Mother Caramel. We get a start of her backstory of where she was abandoned at a young age at 5 years old, due to the fact that her parents are saying that she's too much for them to handle, and she caused a lot of destruction. It's looking up that she got deported. They left her on the Elbaf village, apparently, of the land of the giants, and we see to it that Linlin decides to wait for her parents after her parents say, "Hey, you be a good girl and wait for us, and you eat all the sweets you want, okay?" And even Linlin said, "Okay, I'll wait." And it looks like she's been waiting for hours and hours, and she finished all the sweets in her backpack. And it's really sad because it may have been it was really sad for Linlin. She got abandoned at 5 years old, although I end up having to understand why later, but still messed up to the end. Eventually, there was a scene about Mother Caramel, or Caramel, however you want to pronounce her name, that she actually saved a couple of giants from execution from the Marines, apparently, and managed to make a speech by saying, if you kill them now, despite all the destruction they did, you'll end up making them enemies, and they will reunite with other people and try to kill all of humanity. So you best not to do so. Eventually, Linlin ends up meeting Mother Caramel and some giants, etc. Even the kids at the sheep's house, which is an orphanage for all abandoned kids who were left by their parents. Like, there was one who was exiled from the country after there was a coup, and then there was one that got abandoned because they couldn't handle him. Eventually, Linlin does get along with everyone, but apparently they get scared of Linlin's strength because one time she hit a bear by smacking it, and it died in one hit as she tried to get the wolf and bear to get along. And as for a couple things here and there, she tried to fix something about these ridiculous joints of a certain person, which is a young child, but ends up having to be saved the last minute, especially a fisherman whose fins almost got torn off. And I think in my mind, oh my gosh, dude, she is so ignorant. And although she's very sweet in the end, it's still a little bit troubling to some point here and there. And eventually we see to it that that there was a scene with the giants talking about their former captains, which is Dory and Brogy, I believe. And we see to it that we all know those two, and the giants were talking about maybe picking them up after 10 years passed. And we see to it that there was one scene with Harujin, which we all know who that is, at a young age in Linlin's backstory, where he is actually training right now to become one of the greatest warriors for the giants. And eventually, as time continues on with its situation here and there, we see to it that we all know Harujin joins up with the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, and we all know why. Dressrosa, obviously. If you don't remember, you might want to go back there. And as the usual continuation of some certain parts here and there, we get to know two oldest warriors of Elbaf, apparently, which they are over 300 years old, and they were former co-captains of the giant pirate warriors. And like I said, they're over 300 years old, dude. Oldest warriors, very old. And we see to it that everyone was gonna go through something called a fasting, which apparently you're not supposed to eat for 12 days, and there's a giant festival that you can enjoy. And apparently before they start doing the fasting, they all end up having some semla. Linlin enjoyed semla so much she ate so fast and ate it from other people too. I'm thinking in my mind, oh my gosh, dude. Pretty vicious right there. And we see to it that that they have to at least hold out for a couple days, which on day 3 Linlin is really hungry right now. But day 4, she's still hungry, but Mother Caramel says, the more you hold out, the more you will appreciate the sun, you know? Praise the sun. And we see to it that Linlin was trying to hold out. Day 5, she's like really losing weight, and the kid is like, man, you haven't changed yet, huh? And eventually, day 6, which is like half of the 12 days fasting, apparently, Linlin was like, I am so hungry, and she ends up saying, Mother, I want to eat again, and all of a sudden, her eyes turn into like maybe rage a bit, and her hands enlarged. And day 7 came by, and all of a sudden, we have to it that Gerd, a little giant lady, a giant girl, tells Mother Caramel, you gotta come see this and stop her. She's on a rampage. And we see to it that Linlin actually destroyed the village of Elbaf and caused so much destruction. And we see to it that one of the oldest giant warriors gets so upset about this and says, you may look like a child, but you're a freaking devil. There's so much that I can even forgive you for. You hear me? And Mother Caramel's like, wait, Yoriel, you don't want to do this. And he goes like, I'm sorry, Mother Caramel, but she is no freaking child. She's a freaking devil. And he ends up raising his sword and tries and gets ready to like slice it down. But Linlin looks up and says, Semla. And preview next episode, it looks like things are about to get more revealed about like Linlin herself eventually. And it's gonna be very important because if you guys manga readers will have an idea what I'm talking about, etc. Next episode, like be prepared of why these things happen to Linlin and why she is today, as it says. And honestly, it's really shocking to me. That I can say for sure as a manga reader, and a little minor spoilers ahead here and there. Like it's gonna be very shocking. That's all I can really say. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm Alpha Zero people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright? Peace out. Bye bye. Toot-toot-doo!